Matab, what happens if a man in Iran goes to a women's washroom and comes out and says he's a woman, so don't beat me up or something? What would happen to him? Would he still get beat up, or will he be, oh, it's okay, have a nice day?
If you talk about transgender, I think they can do that. But if you say like gay people and these types of things, it's not acceptable by the government. They might have troubles, but we have a lot of gay people in Iran, but they try to hide it.
Okay, so is this true? Because we had a guy a couple nights ago from Iran telling me this, and I really don't believe it. He said that if a man wants to become a woman, then he goes and sees a psychologist, and if the psychologist says yes, he's got some hormone problem or something like that, the
Yes.
government will pay him to get an operation.
I don't know if the government pay them, but they can go through the operation. But you know, it's not like here, like I decide that they have this problem and they see doctors and it's real. It's not makeup, you know, like, okay, today I decided to be a man. It's not like that. They really are women and they have to go through the operation or vice versa.
You believe that?
Of course, some people like are born like that, you know.
So
They
how come before all this garbage started for the last 2,000 years, this never happened?
because in the past people probably didn't pay attention to that or they thought they are making up. So now we know that it happens, you know, when a kid is born might have some problems and go through that, you know. But I'm not talking about what is a trend nowadays. You know, people decide overnight they want to change and become a transgender. I'm talking about real people who are struggling with that.
So you think that people are born like that? People are born confused?
Yeah. I mean, it's physical. It's like their body is kind of, it's not, they're not men, but they have to go through a surgery and make some changes. Yeah, I believe that.
So you're telling me from the minute they're born, they believe that they're not
No, it's
what they
not
were.
in their mind, it's real, you know? Like it's just they need to see a doctor and they have to go through a operation.
Brian, what say you, Brian? Yeah.
I don't think that is because it's a mental illness. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think this is a physical, like it's not in their mind. They're not sick. Their body has a problem, you know, like they have to go through a surgery and just change the gender.
Okay, so Matab, if somebody is going through that and they're not fully done yet, right? So a man walks into a women's washroom at McDonald's and comes out and he has a beard and everything, but he claims he's a woman. Do you believe it?
No,
Because
I don't.
but he's in transition. He's in transition, or so he says. So how do you know he's telling the truth or he's full of shit?
I cannot say anything because I'm not an expert. You know, that's not my decision to say somebody is telling the truth or not. You know,
How do you identify an expert? If you look down between the legs, it's either you got one thing or you don't have one thing. That's what you are. You don't need an expert to figure that out, right?
I don't know.
Right. You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know, but I know that in Iran, in the past, even years ago, some people had this types of problems and they were seeing a doctor and it was allowed to change their gender. That I know that it wasn't a makeup thing, and they had to do that, and it was acceptable.
Okay, but the government
Well, let
doesn't
me
pay
add.
you for it, do they?
I don't know if the government pays for that. I cannot tell you because I don't live in Iran.
Yeah.
But no, but their lives is it's not easy in Iran. You know, they try to hide themselves. They are ashamed. It's not like here that people are proud of that.
All right, Brian, what
You
do you
know,
want to say?
they're not bragging that, oh, now I'm a transgender. It's not like that. They really struggle, but they don't have a choice.
Okay, Brian, what do you want to say?
No, I agree with everything that you said. Mavakuya, I agree with everything that you just said. You're either a man or a woman, and you can't change that no matter what. No matter if you take off a body part or put it back on or do whatever, add a dick to me or, anything like that. You can't change. Even if you do all of that and you live as the opposite gender, you still have chromosomes in your body that are either male or female. You can't change that. They cannot change biologically. Biologically, you are still the same sex that you were born as.
But at least they feel more comfortable. If they feel like they are born a man, but they don't feel that, and they have some signs. So why not? They can, we don't want them to have a miserable life.
Okay, but Matab, you said that in Iran, gay is not allowed, right?
It's not, but there are some gays, but no, they're not. People don't kind of accept them.
Okay, so what happens if you get the operation, you become a woman, you sleep with a man, and then you tell the guy that he was born a man? Is he gonna kill him? Or is that illegal? Or that's okay because now it's a woman, but he was born a man, so that's still gay, isn't it? Gay? Because he's a man.
That's gay is different.
How is it different?
It's different. Transgender
How's
is
that
like
different?
Yeah, how's it different? He doesn't have a penis. That's the only difference.
No, because
Same
it's a
guy.
woman. The person has the body of a woman later when you go through the surgery. But gay is like a man with a man body, but the tendency is to like another man. There is a difference here.
So the difference is they just changed their body, but it's the same person.
They change their
There's
body.
still a dude
But
that
it's
likes
still
another dude.
Yeah, it's the same
It's
person.
still the same.
The person is still the same one that was born. He was born a man.
No, they're not born a man. They're like half and half. There are some hormones like shows that it's a man, but some parts of the body is not a man.
When they're born.
No,
Yes, of course.
Oh, no
no,
way.
no. When they're born,
It's true.
there's either male or female. That's it.
No, I don't think
That's
so. But gay is a
No, it's true. It's true. You're either born with a penis or a vagina.
That's it. There's no half and half.
There's nothing. There's no in between. There's no half and half.
I don't know.
If you were born with a penis, you're a male.
I'm not.
It's very simple. Kindergarten cop. Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
The thing is that I'm not an expert, but since I was a kid, I heard that I was in Iran and people were accepting that, like, this person needs to go through a surgery because it's not it was born a man, but it's not a man, and they have to change the gender. But gay is a different situation. It's like the person has the tendency to like a man.
Be right
So
back.
by nature, they like to be with a man, or a woman likes to be with a woman. That's a different story. So we are talking about two different situations.
All right. Well, that's your opinion. That's okay. I respect that.
Yeah.
That's why I asked, because every country has different rules and ways to go about it, right? So I know in Iran it used to be a lot more strict. I guess now they're a little more lenient.
What we see, but we see now in Europe and in the US is ridiculous, because it's like people decide overnight, today they want to be gay, the next day they want to be a transgender, and then they want to be, I don't know, LGBTQ and whatever. That's nonsense. But some people are really have this, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't call it a problem, but they have this tendency. And I don't have any problems with them. But when it becomes a trend, I don't like it. And I think this is like a trend nowadays.
So according to you, how many sexes are there? Male, female, what else?
Male, female, and it's in between.
So when you go fill out an application form where it says male and female, you write in there in between?
No. Then they go through a surgery and then become a man or a woman.
Okay, but
It's
if they're in the in between stage and they're filling out something, what do they put in the form?
I don't know. I have never seen that, and I don't know. They put the gender they were born with. I mean, in Iran, if they were born as a man or boy, they say boy unless they have a surgery. Before that, they use the gender they were born with.
But when you were in Iran, did you see any of this stuff going on?
When I was in Iran, I know that some people were under hormones, and like years, like when I was even a child. Yeah, that's why I don't think that's a trend, and I was told by my parents and my family that you have to respect these people because they have this problem and they need to go through a surgery. Yes. It was always like that.
Okay, so but you're admitting it that they have a problem, right? That's what you just said.
I mean, physically, of course, they physically have a problem. They were born with a problem, and they have to see a doctor, go through hormone therapy and all of these things to become a man or a woman.
Okay, so I have a question for Mavaka.
Mm-hmm.
Tonight, I feel like a woman.
No.
I feel so. No, let me ask my question, please.
Okay, go ahead.
I feel like a woman. So tomorrow, I'm going to go to the doctor, and I'm going to get breast implants, and I am going to cut off my penis and invert it and make it a hole. And I'm still going to use my same voice, but I'm going to dress like a woman.
Yeah.
Does that make me a woman?
No, you're a man. That's it, period. You were born a man.
Exactly.
Yeah, if you are a man and physically you have all of the signs of a man, if a male person, of course it's ridiculous if you go and you decide you want to be a woman. You have to see a doctor, and a doctor can decide for you and see and go through some tests and all of these things to determine if they can just
What test does he have to do? Pull the guy's pants down, and that's the end of the test. It's a man. Period. That's it. How can a doctor go inside somebody's body and determine or what's in his mind? It's in the guy's mind. He wants to be a woman. That's it. He's a faggot.
Yes. I can answer your question tomorrow because I can talk to a doctor and come up with the reason, because I'm not an expert and I can answer that question.
None of us are experts. They're all opinions. But I mean.
But no, it's basic biology. That's the thing. I just described a scenario where I will go and do that tomorrow and have everything cut off of me and implanted on me. Am I now a woman?
They cannot do that. If you are male and you have all of the signs of a male, a doctor cannot do that to you. because you don't have these female hormones in your body.
Of course not, and I never will, no matter how much estrogen I am injected with. I will never, ever, my male testosterone hormones will delete them. And it's the same
How come?
with a woman.
Yeah, how come man and woman, when they're born with those parts, and that's what they are, right? You say it's in the mind or whatever. So how come no animals are transgender? How come no animal feels gay?
Animals cannot talk. I don't know. Maybe they are gay.
Yeah, but they have feelings. They have feelings just like human
Cannot
beings.
what? Hug?
Can't talk.
Oh, talk.
Yeah, but they can't.
Oh,
They can't
okay.
talk, but they can hump each other if they really wanted to. You never see a male dog hump another male dog. Why?
I don't know. I'm not supporting or agreeing or disagreeing. I just, if somebody is gay and has a normal life, they don't want to brag or do something about it, I accept it and I respect them.
Yeah, because you just said it.
Well,
Because they're gay. That's what it is.
yes, and I agree. If you want to be gay, whether you're male or female, yeah, you can do whatever you want with the same sex. However, you cannot become the opposite sex ever.
Matab.
You cannot.
Sorry, Brian. I just want to say one more thing, Matab. If a man changes into a woman, right, and he sleeps with another man, is he gay or is he straight?
A man changed the sex and sleeps with
and now he's
man.
now he's a supposed woman because he's got a vagina, and he sleeps with another man. So is he gay or is he not gay? This woman thing.
It's a woman.
Oh no, it's not.
So it's not gay. Is that what you're saying? It's not gay.
I cannot answer that question.
No,
I don't know.
Your feeling, your opinion.
I consider the person a woman.
And what if he told you, but you're a woman. So, Brian, what? Okay, again, this is a stupid question because I'm asking you it. If you sleep with a woman, and after you had sex with them, they tell you that they were born a man, what would you do?
Well, besides from immediately throw up, I would feel like I just slept with a man.
Right, because that's what they were born.
Correct, because they're still a man, despite claiming to be a woman. It's still a man.
So you would think of it as gay?
Of course. Absolutely. 100%. And it would be the same if a woman slept with a person, a quote-unquote man, that had an addictomy and,
See, Matab, I think for you it's different because you're a woman. Not to be rude or whatever, but the chances are more likely for a man to turn into a woman than a woman to turn into a man and have a real working penis. You know what I mean? So if you fell in love with somebody or whatever and had sex with them, and then you found out they were born a woman, I think you would be a little bit upset about that, not be like, oh, it's okay, you were confused.
Yeah, of course. It doesn't mean if I accept somebody, like I said, somebody says I'm a woman, it doesn't mean that I have to like that person or be with that person. But I cannot deny the identity of that person.
No, but I'm saying, what if you you slept with a supposed man, and then he told you he was a woman? How would you feel?
I feel bad. I feel like uncomfortable.
All right.
Oh, see, exactly. There we go.
That was our point as men. That's our point as men. It's harder for women to understand it because obviously the parts.
Yeah, they have to be honest about their sex and like they have to say that they are transgenders.
So when you say you're transgender, that means that you're a man that pretends to be a woman or vice versa. Otherwise, you would just say, well, I'm a man. Well, it's me sitting here talking to you all, I can claim I'm a man.
But
I am a man. You are a female. Mavakaga is a male. And see, but if you say, oh, I'm transgender, well, That means you're the opposite gender of what you were born as. So see, you're not really truly the
Yeah, but
gender that you
if
were born as.
somebody doesn't feel comfortable in the body that he or she was born with, I don't see a problem if they want to change it.
Okay, so I
I
go
don't-
back to my original question to you from half an hour ago. If a man walks into a woman's washroom, comes out and says he's a woman, is that okay? Because according to what you said is he's confused or he's got issues or he's not whatever. So is that okay? Because in the States
No,
but it's happening.
no. I mean, comfortable when the body. I mean, there are signs. I don't know how to explain that. The physical things, like the person is born, like the face looks like a man, but there are hormones or things that shows this person is not a man.
Yeah, but how do you
That
prove
does
that
not
when you
happen.
go to a restaurant in the States or in Canada? If they come out, what do? They don't have papers to show, hey, look, I'm half a woman or something. All they have to do is say that they're a woman, and they're allowed to go into their washrooms. So why is
Yeah,
that okay, right?
I'm not comfortable with that.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
you're okay with them being confused.
yeah, but if I accept something, it doesn't mean that I'm comfortable with it. I'm not comfortable with a man or a transgender share the bathroom with me. I'm not.
Oh, there we go. We got it.
Yeah, I'm not lying about that. But it doesn't mean that I don't accept them. Like, I'm not gonna be mean to them or judge them.
You just don't want them in your bathroom.
Yeah, I'm not comfortable.
Well, that's
Yep.
that's the
Okay,
whole
there we
point.
go. We got it.
Yeah,
We got
I'm
it.
not comfortable.
So you're okay with people doing whatever they want. However, if they impede in your life and you're not comfortable with them coming into your bathroom, we got it. There we go. That's the answer.
But that's why I said flip the tables, because she's female. She doesn't see it from our point of view, because obviously, you know why.
Yeah,
Because
my point.
females are bleeding hearts. Females are bleeding hearts.
Yeah,
They
but
want to accept everybody. They
But
want
what I
to
said
have
was-
empathy.
Sorry.
They want to
Yeah,
have
but not
empathy.
even Kai doesn't see it that way though.
Of course not, because it's not every female. It's not. Absolutely. However, most male logical minds, we don't think on emotions. We think on, okay, so males think logically. Most, not all females, but most think emotionally.
And
they want
don't
to
take it the
accept
wrong way,
everybody.
Matab. We're not attacking you. It's just again a conversation.
No.
We usually have.
Actually, it's not about me. Actually, I want to say something. It's like I said that from the beginning that I'm not comfortable with this trend. Nowadays, it's a trend. It's not like a genuine thing. It's like people like decide to be a man or a woman. Like you choose I don't know. You go to the store and you want to buy some dress, like some clothes. It's not something real. People decide to be a man or a woman. Like sometimes I see people, they're walking down the street. It's just disgusting the way they dress. Like, it's a man, but
It's
they're
not a man.
dressed.
They're called
Now
clowns.
she's telling you.
They're called clowns. They're not a man or a woman.
Yeah, but I'm saying that there are some people who are really, really, really genuinely struggling, and they need to go through that surgery and become, change their gender.
Brian, say
That's
something, man.
So, Matab, let me ask you a question. I feel like a female tonight, and I want to go through the surgery tomorrow. Where do I stick a tampon? Because I'm bleeding every month. Where do I stick it?
Yeah,
Where does it go?
Yeah, but
No, where does it go? Where does it go?
I
Take
have
an
a
answer.
problem.
Take an
Sure.
answer.
with your statement
Sorry.
because you say tonight I decide to be a woman. It's not
Yes.
something you decide overnight. That's
Oh,
what-
yes, but you just said that people decide
Yes.
overnight. You just said that.
No. I said they have problems. They see doctors. You didn't pay attention to what I said. I said this is not something simple. They see a doctor and they go through some tests. And if a doctor says, yes, you are not physically a man, you can go through hormone therapies, that's okay.
Is the doctor God?
Okay, so what
This
happens if I do that
doctor,
tomorrow?
Like,
I go
It's
to the
God.
doctor
It's God who
tomorrow and he
decides
says,
if you're a man or a woman when you're first born, boy or girl.
what? Sorry, I didn't
It's
catch what you
God.
said.
It's God that decides if you're a boy or girl when you're born.
I don't know.
Sorry, Brian.
Some
Go.
people,
yeah,
some people are born like, there are always exceptions. I don't think that God judges people because they're not completely men or women. Actually, these are creatures as well. They come from God.
So,
God is not
yeah,
judge them.
no. He doesn't judge them. That's why you have the choice to be gay, not change your sex.
Okay. I have to check that part, the problem with transgenders, and tomorrow night I can talk about it because I know that there are valid explanations for that.
What did you want to ask, Brian? You were going to ask her something.
I'm gonna ask the doctor.
again, so say to your point, to what you're saying about, you said you can't change your gender overnight. However, I feel like a woman tonight. So according to you, I have to go through years of therapy to somehow confirm that I don't feel like a man, but I feel like a woman.
No,
However,
they are born.
if I go through, hold up, if I go through the surgery, if I, again, have everything removed and put into everything, am I a man or am I a woman? And if I'm a woman and I'm 41 years old, I might still have a period. Where does my tampon go?
I'm not thinking this way, and I'm not gonna.
But you are.
Yeah.
People cannot change their sex. You cannot change your gender. You cannot change it physically, biologically, or physiologically. Oh my God, I can't even speak. You cannot change your sex. Bottom line, you cannot change whether you're a man or
Yeah,
woman.
but
You
do you
were
have
born.
any science behind that? What you're saying? Science is supporting what you're saying, or this is?
Of course, because there's only male or female. There's only male or female.
Did you talk to somebody who is an expert? Or
No, I just know. There's only boys and girls.
I think that's the problem.
No, it's not the problem. There's only male and female. That's it.
No. There are always exceptions.
Nope. There are no exceptions.
In the 80s, were there any exceptions? Again, when the application form is M and F, there was no O or T or S or whatever. It was
non-binary or all that.
No,
non-binary is different. But I know that.
No, it's not. It's not.
Why is it different?
When I was a child, I remember that I heard about like transgender, and I was always advised to be nice to them. And I know that some people went through that. So I know that that's not a trend, and that was real.
Nope, it's not.
Okay.
It's a mental illness.
Yeah,
It's a
so
mental illness.
so
It's
I'm
called
saying
gender
that
dysphoria.
let's
It's a
agree to
mental illness.
disagree. I think for now we have to agree to disagree on it, but I'm gonna ask some doctors, and if you're
Yeah.
interested in that, we can talk about it later. But right now,
Go ask some
I cannot
doctors.
explain that.
Ping,
That's
Ping. He already made his point. He made his point. Ping, how are you? You could join in the conversation.
Hey,
Yes,
Ping.
yes, yes. I don't understand at the first part you talk already.
Okay, well,
I understand exactly by the voice.
I just know that
you're talking about this one.
insider he feel like he is a woman, right?
Who? Brian? Yes, he feels like he's a woman.
Yeah. I understand.
Yeah, so he's wondering how he can fully transform into a woman. Do you have any recommendation?
He want to change.
Yes, he wants
Yes.
to change into a woman. Can you help him with that?
Oh.
Yeah.
So in Thai we have
Oh, we know.
like
Brian
service
knows.
like this. Yeah, but
That's his end goal, to move to
they
Thailand and
have
work there.
no. Huh?
Yeah, he wants to work in Thailand as his final goal after his operation. Yeah. So what can you recommend?
But the first thing you have to
Brian, take
consult
note.
with the.
Take note, Brian.
I have my notepad and pen
Okay, go ahead.
ready to take it down.
Go ahead, Ping.
You have to consult with the psychologist, with the doctor, not normal
Okay.
doctor, the psychologist doctor. Have heard about it.
Do you understand, Brian?
Like make sure, but really make sure that you want to change really, because it cannot return.
Yeah, Brian, once you go there, you can't go back, okay?
Yep. Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay.
But I'm still going to keep my beard and my voice. Yeah, and then I'll dress like a woman.
Because his
But
end goal,
therefore-
yeah, he really wants to go to McDonald's and go into women's washroom and say he's a woman. So you
Exactly.
recommend he goes to see a doctor then and get that done?
Yeah, doctor will ask you many questions and about your mindness too.
All right, Brian, you understand now?
Of course. Yep, absolutely. So tomorrow, I am going to go out and become a woman.
So okay, I have a question here. Like you say that, you keep saying that, but do you feel like you want to honestly be a woman?
Yes. Yeah, I do. Yep.
No, I don't believe that.
Why?
No, of
Why?
course not. You don't.
Why don't you believe it?
You know why? No. My point is that it's not a joke. My point is that we're not joking
Yeah,
about
who
that.
said he's not joking? Who said Brian's joking?
He's serious,
No.
right?
Yeah, of course
No,
he's serious.
it's not. He's not serious. He's not serious.
Yeah, I am
No.
serious.
He's totally
No,
serious.
you're not. You're not.
Why? Why do you say he's
my
not?
friend.
Why do you say he's not serious?
Because the way he says it, I don't feel any emotion like he's sincere in that.
Yeah, but you don't know what he
he
feels inside. Like you said before,
Yeah,
it all comes from
The
inside.
way
Exactly.
the way we talk. No. Even laughing like that shows that he's not believing in that.
No,
It's
he's
just
showing his feminine
making a
side by
point.
laughing like that. He's just
It's-
showing his feminine side.
No.
Exactly.
He's trying to make a point.
Okay.
I think.
And what's the point he's trying to make?
Like to show that this is not a serious thing,
No,
and
how does he say it without making it sound like he's joking? How can he say it then? Okay, Brian, be serious. Say it seriously.
So let me say it seriously. Excuse me. Sorry. I cough a lot.
It's okay.
No matter
Just be
what I
serious,
know.
Brian. Be serious.
I am.
Yeah.
Oh, I am.
Yeah.
No matter what I do.
Yeah.
No matter what I do. I have my voice. I have a Uh, yeah, you know what I have. No matter what I do, if I get breast implants tomorrow, if I cut off my